Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Happy Friday Eve. It is Thursday. Week is almost over. Wow, it's been good. It's been good. It has. Oh my goodness. I pray that you are having an incredible day today. I pray that the words that God had given me to release to you yesterday resonated. It resonated in me so much that I'm carrying it over to today. So, the nugget today is God is not a respecter of circumstances. We're always talking about him not being a respecter of persons, which means that if he does it for me, he'll do it for you. Well, yes, and that is so real. But a lot of times, you know, we look at other people and we think, well, yeah, but you did this, and this for them, and da 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 da, and they got this going on, and they got that going on, and you have no idea. I heard something this morning, just a few minutes ago, actually, where a narrator was saying, talking about the strength of a woman and what have you, and how you see her in a certain way, but what you don't see is how she had to crawl through the darkness to get to where she's at, and that resonated too. We're talking about him not being a respecter of persons. I say this quite often, because I think about Job, and when you read the story of Job in that first chapter, and Job was Job was an upright man. Job was doing his thing. He was doing his sacrifices. He was doing everything that he was supposed to do. He was being blessed. He was cool, right? Family, livestock, marriage, home, property, all of that. And then one day it says, and this is what it says, that the sons of God were walking around for a meeting. And one of them, we don't like to admit this. Let me read this to you real quick. Okay. Yes, Lord. I'm gonna read it because that people need to know. People need to understand. We be talking about the patience of Job, but it's like when you think about how he was just like, oh my God, he was so cool. Hold on. Okay, this is King James. I don't want King James. Let's go Living Bible. That'll be better. Yeah, that'll work. Okay. So, Job 1, starting at the first chapter, the first verse, because you got to hear this. There lived in the land of Uz a man named Job, a good man who feared God and stayed away from evil. He had a large family of 7 sons and 3 daughters and was immensely wealthy. He owned 7,000 sheep, 3,000 camels, 500 teams of oxen, 500 female donkeys, and employed many servants. He was, in fact, the richest cattleman in the entire area. Every year, when Job's sons had birthdays, they invited their brothers and sisters to their home for a celebration. On these occasions, they would eat and drink with great merriment. When these birthday parties ended, and sometimes they lasted several days, Job would summon his children to him and sanctify them, getting up early in the morning and offering a burnt offering for each of them. So he knew he knew them kids was doing something they didn't have no business, but he was covering his babies, right? For Job said, perhaps my sons have sinned and turned away from God in their hearts. This was Job's regular practice. Okay. Now, this translation, the Living Bible says, one day as the angels came to present themselves before the Lord. But let me tell you what King James says, okay? Because don't nobody want to hear this, right? But King James said, where is it? Yes. Now there was a day when the sons of God came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them. And the Lord said unto Satan, whence cometh thou? And Satan answered the Lord, he said, from going to and fro in the earth and from walking up and down in it. Now I'm going to go back to the Living Version. Okay. I just wanted you to catch that, like, because he came among them as well, and did nobody throw him out. But anyway, one day as the angels came to present themselves before the Lord, Satan, the accuser, came with them. Where have you come from? The Lord asked Satan. And Satan replied, from earth, where I've been watching everything that's going on. Check that. Okay. And then the Lord asked Satan, have you noticed my servant Job? He is the finest man in all the earth, a good man who fears God and will have nothing to do with evil. And Satan's response was, why shouldn't he when you pay him so well? Satan scoffed. You've always protected him and his home and his property from all harm. You have prospered everything he does. Look how rich he is. No wonder he worships you. But just take away his wealth and you'll see him curse you to your face. And the Lord replied to Satan, you may do anything you like with his wealth, but don't harm him physically. Now, I'm like, okay. Job was minding his business. Job was he was cool. He was covered and protecting his children. And God pointed him out. King James says, have you considered my servant Job? That's what King James said. Have you considered? I'm like, Lord, you know what? I love you. I'm going to try to do everything I can to be right with you. Don't go around bragging on me, okay? Whoa. Okay. Now, here's the thing though. And Satan took his children, took his wealth, took everything in a day. It's like people kept coming to Job one after the other with bad news. Okay. But Job never cursed God to his face. In fact, his wife told him, why don't you just curse God and die? Because then he broke out with boils all over his body and everything. He said, I came here naked. I'll leave here naked. But blessed be the name of the Lord. He would not. God give it, and the Lord taketh away. But blessed be the name of the Lord. He would not curse him. Now, he asked some questions, okay? You go back to them last couple of chapters, he started to question, but he never cursed him. And here's the thing. God was not a respecter of circumstances. All that he blessed him with and all that he allowed the enemy to do, God came on the flip side and gave him double everything he had, double. I'm sharing this with you so you understand, okay? You may be walking through something, but God is not a respecter of circumstances. Do you not know that everything that he brought you through in the past is proof positive that he's going to bring you out in the present? For real. That's the thing that you've got to get in here. That's the thing that you've got to believe. You got to trust and believe that God is not a respecter of circumstances. If he healed your body before, ain't nothing stopping him from healing it now. If he provided for you before, ain't nothing stopping him from providing for you now. And although things may have been all good, and then all of a sudden, like I found myself recently in a situation that I said I don't think I would ever be in again, ever. And it was really, really testing me. I'm not going to lie about it. But then when I got that word earlier this week, you're sitting in what you prayed for right now. Why are you stressing? And I'm just like, bet. I was done because I am. I'm sitting in the blessings of God. So therefore, he is not a respecter of circumstances. If he did it to bless me to be here, he will continue the blessing. So I want you guys to recognize and understand, Crystal, If he blessed you with the property, and he did, he is going to bless you to maintain it and to see that vision come to pass. Know that. Know that. Stand on that and don't take down from that. Okay? I told you before, girl, you got that vantage point. Hear the voice of God, okay? Seriously. Seriously. Because when I get out of this, I want to come and get some. Okay? I am so serious. I am so serious. Man. Because it's beautiful. It's beautiful. You stand on what he gave you. You stand literally, literally, girl, you're in the same position I'm in. You are literally living in the promises of God. Know that he knows what he's doing. Delay does not mean denied. He knows what he's doing, and it will be marvelous in everybody's eyes because there will be no doubt that he did it. All right, y'all, I'm sorry. I just saw her pop up in my feed. I had to take that little detour from the Lord. Seriously, I'm telling you, because that's the God we serve. All right, so that's my nugget. He is not a respecter of circumstances. So it doesn't matter what you're walking through. It doesn't matter what it looks like in the natural. Know what he's doing in the supernatural. Ooh, Lord, I hear my great grandbaby. Hopefully y'all don't. But anyway, you have an incredibly fantabulous day in the Lord with the knowledge of knowing he got you. He's got you. All right. All right. I love you. God bless.